So we all love tier list videos and we love watches. So I thought I could combine these two things into one by making a watch brand tier list video. However, for this video and to make it unique, I actually made my own tier list template on tiermaker.com, which I also linked in the description below. So feel free to create your own tier list with this template or rank them live alongside me while watching the video. As you'll see, the tier list includes a lot of brands because I based it on a smaller tier list I found on tiermaker.com, to which I added brands that weren't included for whatever reason. I decided to cap it at 60 brands for now. Maybe I'll do it again with 100 watch brands, perhaps when I reach 100 subs on YouTube. But for now, I capped it at 60 watch brands. Anyways, with that said, let's start. I bet this video is gonna piss off a lot of people in the watch game, but what can you do? I'm not gonna hold back though, so get ready for some vulgar language, pure fucking autism, and potentially psychosis in video form. After the intro. So it's 2023, it's 1 AM on a Tuesday. Tier list video number 1. Potentially pissing off some people in the watch game. I'm ready, let's fucking go. So these are the brands we have. I made the tier list so that tier 1 is elite tier base would buy, base / would buy, so that's something I'd actually recommend. Bottom of the barrel, absolute scum, that's the bottom. Gonna see what ends up there. Gonna see what ends up in tier 1 elite. But as I said, I'd be very interested to see how you would rank these brands. Right down below, comment section, you know where it is. So we're starting off strong. A. Lange und Söhne. Up there with the Swiss Big Three. To me, A. Lange und Söhne is the only other watch brand that is the only non-Swiss watch brand as well that's playing in that league. I actually had the privilege to hold a Lange 1 in my hands recently. I don't own one, obviously. Not that rich yet. This brand actually includes my absolute grail watch, and you'll know when I made it because I'll be walking around with a Lange 1 Zeitzone. So that's a Lange 1 Zeitzone, just so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, what can I say? A. Lange und Söhne. Don't want to put it in tier 1 yet because there's so much more to come, but let's leave it on base for now. I definitely would buy one if I had the resources. AP, Audemars Piguet. They keep delivering, what can I say? But in my opinion, it's only one watch that's carrying the brand. I'll put them in tier 1, the elite tier actually. But yeah, if they had more than one watch that people actually buy. For now, I'm gonna put them next to A. Lange und Söhne in based, very based brand. So Ball is an American brand. Like a lot of viewers from Europe may not know this brand unless you're watching Teddy Baldassar, for instance. Shouts out to him. In my opinion, the best watch YouTube channel there is.
That seems a little much, honestly.
Yeah, it's a brand founded in America. It's actually quite old. It was founded over a century ago. So especially for an American brand, that's pretty old. And they, as far as I know, they assemble in Switzerland. So that's why they have Swiss made on their dials, but it's still an American brand. It's like they get a lot of hate for no reason among watch snobs, especially because they are an American brand, which I think is not justified because they are not only the best American brand in my opinion when it comes to watches, they also have a lot of very good designs and quite a substantial heritage. They made some of the first railroad and engineering type watches. So yeah, for that alone, I mean, I would put them pretty high up. I put Ball and decent. What brings them maybe down to mid in my opinion is they have some designs. I'll put them here on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. That to me look a little bit close to other popular watches that you might know. I mean, see the resemblance. But I mean, still, especially considering this American brand, the heritage and the quality and also the price, I think they're very good prices, like value for money. I have to put them in decent. I'll put them in decent. Will I buy one? Maybe. But some watches the brand should remake or just stop making. Bell & Ross, dude. Bell & Ross, again, American brand. It's funny that we have Ball and Bell & Ross right next to each other. I mean, it's just the alphabet. Yeah, I don't know. They have some like nice square watches, so that's a pretty unique design in a way, but I personally don't like them. think ball is better in any way, shape, or form. Bell and Ross more like bell and ass. Fucking Gucci. I mean, this was on the other tier list I just downloaded. We don't have to talk about this. Fashion watch, absolute trash, fucking bottom of the barrel. It's ass. At least it's Gucci. If you buy a fashion watch, if it has a Gucci on it, I think you can impress some people with that at least. So I can't put it in bottom of the barrel. Blancpain, fucking love it. Like, great brand. I mean, fucking first watch brand, oldest watch brand still around. First dive watch. You can actually look that up. It's not the Submariner, it's the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, which I, by the way, absolutely love. But yeah, Blancpain is amazing. I like the Swatch collab. I think what Swatch is doing with the brand is amazing as well. Although I would never buy a Blancpain Swatch collab because the movement is complete ass, I like that they're drawing attention to the brand. Considering what Blancpain is and what it can be again, that's great. Keep it up, Swatch. Keep it up, Blancpain. Love it. Put it on Based. Breitling or Breitling. So I actually, it has one of the watches that I'm thinking of buying. If the movement wasn't so ass, I probably would have bought it already. Still thinking about it. It's the Breitling Chronomat 40 GMT. If it was a true GMT with a better movement in general, better power reserve, better accuracy, I would get it. But I love everything about that watch except for the movement. George Kern is amazing. What he's doing with the brand has completely redone. For me personally, this is tricky because a lot of the Breitling watches are so huge that I can't pull them off. But considering the heritage they have, considering the current direction the brand is taking, and a few watches that I actually really love, for instance, the Super Ocean Heritage, I love that watch. I think as I said, the Chronomat 40 GMT is still on my radar. Might cop it actually, who knows. Yeah, decent. Bremont or Bremont, considering that this is an English brand. Finishing is on point. I think you can't hate Bremont. I like they supported Nims on his 14 Peaks mission. It's actually one of the first sponsors he got. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it after this video. I can't hate on it. I'll put it on decent. Bulova, it's weird. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but Bulova was actually found by a Swiss immigrant to America in New York. And they actually have quite substantial heritage. They have a lot of models that I like, but their catalog is too big. There's so much bullshit in it. See, I like the Wilton GMT. I like some of the Accutron models. It gets way more hate than it should, but for me it's mid. So leave it here for now. Bunkyo Tokyo. So this one, a lot of people may not know about. It features watches from Hajime Asaoka, one of the greatest watchmakers around right now. Like, he submitted some of these watches to the Geneva Watch Grand Prix. So that's a watch making competition. They're actually doing quite well there as well. I think the brand deserves more recognition. It's a good brand. I put Bunkyo Tokyo in decent. Can't hate on it. Hajime Asaoka, fucking legend. Karl F. Bucherer. So you know Bucherer from, I think the watch brand is not nearly as famous as the watch retailer, which is just acquired by Rolex a few months ago, I believe, or a month ago. I held some of the watches in my hands. To me, they feel very clunky. The cases are huge, also in thickness. Bucherer as a watch brand, to me, it's ass. I'm sorry. Cartier. Love the Santos. I think the Ballon Bleu de Cartier and the Cartier Tank are also very good watches, of course. Love heritage behind the brand. Put Cartier in decent. Casio. I saw Nicolas' tier list videos. He put it in tier 1, which he called God tier. I think Casio is based. Give me a Duro. Give me a Casio Duro in a smaller case size. I've actually opened up a Casio Duro. I own one. I open it up. There's a lot of empty space in that watch. Imagine if this here was the Casio Duro case. Like the movement with the battery inside it is like this basically. It's fucking ridiculous. I own quite a few Casio watches. It's a base brand, what I can say. Bring out the G-Shock in fucking like 42mm, then I'll put it in tier 1. Let's continue. So Certina. Certina has a great heritage when it comes to dive watches. Held one in my hands recently. I thought about buying it actually. I'm in the market for a dive watch right now. The only one I own is the Casio Duro. Yeah, I was looking to Certina. Great heritage. Not the biggest fan of their designs. I think there are some better alternatives even for entry-level dive watches, even for Swiss entry-level dive watches, but still, they're okay. Put them mid. Christopher Ward, not sure if you can read this, but yeah, Christopher Ward. Christopher Ward is one of the best upcoming watch brands. Look at some of their designs. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, Ichihuahua caramba.
Decent. Citizen. So Citizen, yeah, another big Japanese group. They own Bulova, for instance. They own, they make the Miura movements. Good brand. What can I say? I like the Eco Drive. My dad is a big fan of Citizen. I think that it could be better. Like the design-wise, it could be better. Yeah, Citizen. I put it in mid. I put it in mid for now. Daniel fucking Wellington. I mean, do I even have to talk about this? I mean, I remember this time on YouTube where every influencer was paid by them to push the brand. I've actually never seen anyone wearing it than Daniel Wellington watch. I think that's maybe one American thing. Daniel Wellington is pretty ass. I mean, what can I say? Fashion watch, boring designs. Daniel Wellington is pretty ass. Shit quality as well. Doxa. Doxa's not ass. Doxa's fucking great. Again, looking into dive watches right now. I want to get one. Great heritage. They focus on dive watches. I think the only thing they make is dive watches. They have watches in their lineup that you can use if you want to dive down like a mile into the deep ocean. Doxa's based, would buy, dive watch specialist brand, value for money, great brand. Fossil. So Fossil to me, like, I mean, Fossil, it gave the industry something. It definitely pushed watches as a whole. I remember in high school, there were so many people wearing Fossil watches, and I still see people wearing Fossil watches. A lot of the people that were wearing Fossil watches when I was in high school are now actually wearing proper watches. So I think Fossil introduced a lot of people to the watch game. Although their watches are pretty ass and also designs are pretty ass, Fossil is the best fashion watch brand that we have on the list. So I put them in mid. I mean, it is like, I know what you're saying. Like, it's unfair that I have Fossil like next to Bulova and Citizen, but Certina as well. But you know what I'm signifying. I want them above Daniel Wellington and fucking Gucci. FP Jaune. FP Jaune, what can I say? Good brand. Like, all around good brand. It made like beautiful watches, underrated. Put them in decent. Girard-Perregaux. Like, again, super old watch brand, one of the oldest watch brands. I'm actually thinking about getting a vintage Laureato. Great brand, great designs, decent. Glashütte Original. The story behind Glashütte Original is quite interesting. So they are in Glashütte. It's like the Geneva of Germany when it comes to watchmaking. They were founded, I think, in the 90s, so that's quite late. But they're founded through a merger of multiple smaller watch brands that are located in Glashütte. I like the fact that they make in-house movements. They have great value all around, but I just wish they were a little bit cheaper if possible. I mean, I can't hate on it. I can't put them anywhere below decent. Grand Seiko. So, to me, like, you'll see that if you continue watching my channel. Like, I may have a bias towards Grand Seiko. Yes, I know a lot of their catalog is complete ass, and there are only a few watches that people, like, enthusiasts really buy, but to me it's based. Love the brand. I went to Japan recently. I had a few Grand Seikos in my hands. They're amazing, beautiful watches, great finishing. Like, if you know how, like, Seiko is completely vertically integrated, they make everything themselves. Every Grand Seiko from start to finish is assembled by the same guy. So hate on me, that's the most controversial take for now. But then again, now fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I was about to say, if they remove all the shit, like, from all the fucking bullshit from the catalog, then they'll be in tier 1. But nah, like, what they did alone, and that the fact that, like, no one has developed a similar technology to the spring drive, yeah, since fucking like the early 2000s. Like, come on. Hamilton, great for entry level. Can't hate on it. Like, personally, like, their designs are not my cup of tea, but dude, Hamilton is decent. It's decent. Hublot. Ah.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what? Like, I've never seen anyone in Switzerland wearing a Hublot, to be honest. Are using ridiculously cheap movements in their watches, which are rip-offs of the designs of other watches. I mean, look at the new Big Bang. Fucking, like, look at this piece of shit they've released recently. I mean, what does this remind you of? Huh? Bottom of the barrel, absolute scum, complete fucking ass. Invicta. So a lot of people, I think, are quick to put Invicta into the ass category, and I'm one of them, so yeah. IWC, they're just great watches, but I can't put them in base in my opinion. I won't put them in based for the reason that they don't use their in-house movements in a lot of their watches. Like in basically like any IWC below I think like 10k won't have an in-house movement, just roundabout. But still, like IWC, you can't hate IWC. Just not my cup of tea, but just great watches, man. Put them in decent. Jacob & Co. Yeah, like that's a very high tier watch brand. I like it and I don't like it. So to me, there are two types of people that wear Jacob & Co. The first one being rich Arabs, like oil money Arabs, and Conor McGregor. Difficult, ass or mid. Actually, they're pretty ass. they're huge. If you spend that money, like, they're better options. They're fucking ass. Jaeger LeCoultre. Absolutely based. Ultra thin moon face, saw that one. Reverso, Polaris. I mean, it's just like fucking like when it even clocks. I mean, at some point I want to have a JLC Atmos. If you know the clock that like basically just charges itself because it has like a gas capsule that expands. It's fucking amazing. Like what a great company. Like this is one of the best watch brands. One of the best watch brands all around. Larco, fucking ass. I know great heritage. They made like the fucking like Luftwaffe pilots watches. I actually owned a Larco. The movement broke and it cost basically the price of the watch to get it fixed in Switzerland, even though it uses in ETA movement. Design wise, stuck more too. They have like some good pilots watches, but yeah. Don't spend your money on a Larco. Longines. Spend your money on Longines. Spend your money on Longines. The Hydro Conquest GMT is fucking amazing. The dress watches Longines makes. Chronographs you can get for like 2k or below. Amazing. Great finishing, great history. Longines is based. It's based. Marathon. There's actually one dive watch that I like. If it wasn't thicker than its fucking case size, basically. Mid. You know what? I think I should do a speed round. Like, it's 2 a.m. Let's fucking get it going. Okay, speed round. Let's go. Maurice Lacroix. Decent. Better options though. Mid. Michael Kors. Fucking like ass fashion watch. Don't have to talk about it. Amida. Value for money. Designs could be better. Mid. Mont Blanc. Fucking ass. Movement. Like when I know speed run, but yeah, like when I think of movement, I see Alpha Am, you know, that guy on YouTube. People like him pushing this brand. Absolute Chinese trash. Like get a Seagull. Like if you want a Chinese watch, get a Seagull. At least that one is honest. And it's actually value for money. Like fuck movement. Like it's even like a Seagull is probably cheaper than movement. Like how much is a movement watch right now? This is a watch. It's crossed out. It says it's a first impression. Yeah, because this is not a watch. This is fucking trash. I mean, the fact that it sells sunglasses as well says it all. Like, I don't know how much is this shit. Let's see. Gent in California. I mean, I'm sorry if you live in California, but to me that's a third world country. Movement is a third world watch. So yeah, the website doesn't even fucking load. Like, come on, I keep clicking on it, nothing happens. I think I got banned from the website. Okay, yeah, for that, like, because considering the website doesn't work, I put it in bottom of the barrel. Come on, next to Hublot. I think it's where they belong. Nomos, Glashütte. It's funny, like they're the opposite to movement in a way. Movement advertises itself from being like value for money. Nomos actually is value for money. You get in-house movements for like 2 or 3k. It's ridiculous. Based. Omega. Difficult for me. I like the Seamaster, I like the DeVille. In a way, it is value for money. I mean, the coaxial movements are fucking amazing. Like the brand recognition you have with Omega and everything. Based or decent? You know what? To me, it just I wouldn't buy an Omega. I'd buy Longines or Nomos before I'd buy an Omega. No, not base. Decent. It's decent. Orient. Mid. Like good entry-level brand, but they're better options. Oris. Oh, I fucking love Oris. Like the thing they did with the like ocean plastic on the Arquis. I still want to get one. Like I still want to get one. It's a side quest. Later down the line, I'll get one. I fucking get one. Oris is decent. Panerai. impressive fan base, a lot of retard strength behind it, I'd say. So yesterday I actually held a Panerai Lumina in my hands. It's clunky, it's fucking huge, but it's one of the OG dive watches. Like, I respect the fan base. I'm scared of the fan base. The fan base, the unique designs, and also the heritage. I mean, I can't put Panerai below mid. I'll put them in mid. I think if they would get their shit together and like actually do more rather than just resting on the heritage, I think they could be better. They could be decent. Patek fucking Philippe, bro. Second big 3 brand. Third big 4 brand if you include Arlang and Söhne as I do. Based. Can't hate it. Like some of the best high horology watches like around. No argument. Piaget is overpriced in my opinion. Like they don't have original designs. Like their main line to me looks like a knockoff Nautilus. Sounds pretty ass to me. It's fucking ass. And Piaget is ass. Rado. Guilty pleasure. In India, it's a thing to get like a Rado when you made it, whatever that means in India. I like the Rado Golden Horse, but a lot of Rado watches, they just look better in pictures than they do in real life. When I went watch shopping in Japan, I saw them in the department store in Osaka, like for the first time, like in person, and I was a little bit disappointed. Like, see this effect, this sort of domed crystal that just breaks the light up, the dial effect, like, I mean, you have that, yes, but it's not nearly as prominent and shiny as it is in this picture, so. Don't want to be a hater, but mid. I just realized that I should move down some brands. I can't have Rado in the same tier as fucking, like, Marathon. Like, so Marathon goes down to ass. Fossil has to go down to ass. As I said, king of the fashion watches, still ass though. Richard Mille. I never held one in person, unfortunately. Like, if you live in Switzerland, not too far away from me, and you have one and would like to show me, hit me up. This is watch with the compass I don't like, but like otherwise, dude, Richard Mille is it's killing it. Fucking the RM88, I think that's a reference. I call it the autism watch.
Alex, what's that on your wrist?
A cover.
Autistic watch, the RM88. Fucking love it. If I had the resources, I'd get one. Richard Mille is absolutely based. Rolex. Is there any debate? Yeah, I know, wait list, and I could fucking make videos about this as well. Waiting lists, but Rolex, it's the watch brand. I've seen non-watch people, so like people that just exist outside the watch game that use Rolex as a synonym for luxury watches. That's how big Rolex is. It's ridiculous. Hans Wilsdorf, like, he changed the game single-handedly. And Rolex is, yeah, his oyster, his legacy. You can't put Rolex anywhere else but tier 1. Seiko. So yeah, I put raw Seiko in tier 1. See, like, that's the thing, because Seiko Time Corp owns Grand Seiko. It owns Crador, which I forgot actually. We'll include in the next video. It's a fucking huge corporation. It's massive. Like, the impact they have on the watch industry, they like supply movements to pretty much everyone. The GMT movement for the SSK series, for instance, that will be picked up by a lot of like micro brands. So micro brands can now make affordable collar GMTs. It's the only, as far as I know, like, Seiko is one of the only 100% vertically integrated watch brands. So it's like Rolex, they make every single thing themselves. I actually went to the headquarters in Ginza about a month ago. That's where I bought this watch, by the way. Seiko is also really old for a non-Swiss watch brand. Like, a lot of people don't know about this. You can hate it for like some problems with the finishing they've had. Some people say that some Seikos are overpriced. To me, that, like, it doesn't matter, because it's still a gateway drug for so many people into the watch industry. It's a gateway for the micro brands. Like, if you want to create a micro brand, like, Seiko will supply you with movements and parts. Dude, Seiko's tier 1, man. Like, fucking tier 1. Tier 1, man. Tier 1. Sinn Spezialuhren, so I like that. That means special watches. Very special people. One of my best friends owns one. Like, they're from like Frankfurt area, so not from Glashütte. They actually don't make their own in-house movements. I think the brand's a bit expensive for what it is, in my opinion. Yeah, what do I have in mid? I think Sinn is mid. Another German watch brand, but this one is an embarrassment for Germany in my opinion. Like, fuck them. Like, Steinhardt, fuck them. Ripping off designs from Rolex is a thing that a lot of watch brands, and also a lot of watch brands on this list, have done, but Steinhardt has done it so blatantly. Like, this brand should be sold on AliExpress and AliExpress only. Fucking bottom of the barrel, absolute scum brand.
Come on, you're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
Swatch. Actually, on a Swatch, it's not running, but let me get it out. So yeah, this is a vintage Swatch. I don't know how old this is, but it's pretty old. Like, it has a weird like elastic sort of band, but it's metal, which is it's funny. Yeah, chronograph as well, like a quartz obviously, but it's not running right now. I have to replace the batteries, but cool. And I also think that Swatch has done so much for the industry, not just by buying up all these brands and giving them a platform. They still do like funny collabs like Dragon Ball and shit like that. It's interesting. Dude, Swatch, can't hate on it. Would I wear Swatch? Except for the vintage one that I own? Probably not, but they're mid, like again, like mid in my tier list. It's more like you can hate it, but you cannot at the same time. Tag Heuer, like dude, Tag Heuer to me is ass. Like, it's fucking ass, straight up. You know, people always throw around this moniker of like, yeah, just overpriced fashion watches or high horology fashion watches. I think that's actually pretty fitting. Dude, I don't know. The people I know that have Tag Heuers, they have no fucking idea about watches. I think their marketing is very smart, but dude, like, what the fuck? Like, look at this piece of shit, for instance. The fucking like Mario Kart with a tourbillon. I mean, like, who in their right mind would buy this? So you have to find someone who's like mentally challenged. You need someone who does Fortnite dances in public and has too much money and doesn't know what to spend it on. Timex is mid, like a decent entry-level brand, but entry-level I also got Seiko or Casio. Also here, talking about entry-level like Tissot, that's like decent, if not based entry-level. I like the PRX. Unfortunately, it's fucking huge. I tried on the PRX chronograph in Japan. It's fucking huge, unfortunately. But still, Tissot is value for money, man. You know what? I'll actually buy a Tissot. It's based. What's also based is a Tudor. Like everyone who says poor people Rolex can go and fuck themselves. Tudor is based, dude. Like, it's great designs. Tudor is good value for money. Like, you can't hate on it. Yeah, amazing. Ulysses Nardin. I think great potential, not using it. I like some of the like dive watches they still make, but I think the brand's underutilized, just sitting around too much. Like, they have the like free. I think that shouldn't be the focus of the brand. There should be one. It's nice they have it. Would I buy one? No, but can I hate it? Not really. Vacheron Constantin. That's actually my favorite of the big three, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe also the Maltese Cross. I just think that's such a cool logo. Vacheron Constantin is unhateable. To me, that's the best of the big three, but not the best of the big four. Still, let's put it here in front of AP before Patek. Like this. This is how I'd rank the big three. Vincero, dude, it's complete ass. We're down to the last two watch brands. Let's get it done. Like, it's 3 a.m. Like, dude, you guys don't know how much I'm cutting out. Like, I'm just rambling. Zenith, it's decent. Zodiac, on the other hand, like, dude, I like Zodiac. And like, I don't know, I think it's owned by Fossil, which obviously is ass. I'm still thinking about getting Super Seawolf GMT they have. Like, it's one of the OG dive watches. Zodiac is also decent. Yeah. Unfortunately, I only have like one watch. But yeah. So yeah, that's my tier list. 3 coffees down, it's 3 a.m. Very healthy. I would highly recommend that. If I were to name this video accurately, it should be called something like Autistic Watch Nerd ranks 60 watch brands and has a meltdown live on camera or whatever, like something like that. Maybe next time. For now, I'll choose a catchier title. I need the views. So please, if you found this entertaining or interesting in any shape or form, Share this video with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you could subscribe or leave a like or a comment, highly appreciate that. Let me know what you think about my tier list. I know there's some controversial takes in here. I think the Grand Seiko tier 1, that's probably the most controversial take. I think that's more controversial than Tag Heuer and S. I believe a lot of people would put Seiko in S tier, but maybe not Grand Seiko, who knows? All the other way around, dude, I don't fucking know. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, see you in the next one. I desperately need sleep, by the way. See you in the next one. Bye bye.